everybody. Thanks for coming in. This is going to be a short live. That's why I started it a little bit early. I'm going to give a little time for people to come in. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments section. I was able at least to get outside today and harvest my bananas. I even have some sitting here. They started to actually ripen on the tree and they were getting bruised taking them down, the ones that were ripening. So I'm glad I was able to get out there. Some had already gone bad. But that was also because we were not feeling well this last 2 weeks. I'm just starting to feel better. But yes, of course, my daughter is getting out early today, and it happened before exactly on my live time. She calls and is like, hey, my boss said I could go. So, I don't want to disappoint her. I told her just give me a half hour. She's safe and sound where she's at because she's usually there till 5 o'clock. But she said she's like out of work and the boss is going to let her go home early for the weekend, which is nice. It's just a shame that it always seems to happen at 2:30. So anyway, I am doing a quick little how-to of something that helps me with my fibro. This is my Malachi. Go that way. Stay out there. Yes, it's a mouse. This is my little roll-on bottle. I keep these to make this essential oil mix. This is my peppermint essential oil. It's also edible. I don't want her to have to pay for that. And plus, I don't trust them down here with all the news. Yeah, I know. I'm about ready to tell her. I'm getting so ticked. It's like, are you kidding me? I'm just going to fill this most of the way. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the other ingredient in first. This is crystal meth. I'm kidding. Crystal menthe. It's basically menthol crystals. It's made from mountain mint. Unfortunately, a lot of the ones, this one is from China, but I found out after the fact, a lot of them are concentrated down and sold out of China. I'm sure you can find maybe more local ones. I'm going to take this out, the funnel out. You're just going to drop some of the crystals in there. I dropped quite a few, and they will dissolve right in the oil, which is kind of cool. And what this does is makes it super strong. Hey, Barry, this is my crystal mint, the menthol crystals I've told you about, since you and I both like peppermint for our headaches. And this is great for when I have like neck pain too. So almost there. Yeah, I think that's plenty. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. Actually looks pretty. But those will disappear. Hey, Crooked Peach. This is crystal mint. I'm going to do a quick demo, and then I have to go get my daughter who just called because she got off early. And then I'll be live tonight at 11:30 Eastern PM. These are menthol crystals. It's from Mountain Mint. And then this is peppermint oil. This is also a food-grade peppermint oil. I found it on Amazon. There's the brand. And I'm going to just fill my roller ball. The roller balls pop off pretty easily. I have actually a metal one that I love. This one might have come from Young Living. They just pop in and they can also pop out. You just kind of give them a little rock and they pop out. I'm going to use the funnel, but you don't necessarily have to. It'll just go faster that way. And it's just pouring right in, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that. I wish I had time to set up my camera. I might have been able to, but yeah, now after receiving that phone call, that's not happening. And there you go. It's that simple. This just makes the peppermint oil extra strength, which is good for muscle tension. It's good for headaches. The only thing is, do not put this on your temples. Your eyes will start burning because it is so strong. You can put a carrier oil in it to cut it. I've been using peppermint oil straight now for years because of my muscle pain. And then what you'll notice, I'll shake it and then you'll see. I'm not really sure if this one's a 1 ounce. It might be. I mean, the one that, yes, it is. It's a 30 milliliter 1 fluid ounce. And it's on Amazon. It's called Viva. The brand is Viva Doria. And it's food grade. But what I like about this one is I've had other food grade oils that are weaker because they are food grade. And as I'm shaking it, they're starting to dissolve. As you sit it overnight, it'll be by morning, you won't see the crystals anymore and it'll be extra strength. And then what I do is when you have tension, one of the things you can do, like you have a tension headache, is you put your thumbs back here, the back of your head. Did I just pull that whole thing? I sure did. You put it at the back of your head, excuse my messy hair, and you are basically pulling up and massaging this area and then pulling down with your fingers. And it's helping stretch all those muscles that are like tight that are causing your tension headache. And then I just on that same base, and forgive me for not knowing the terms right now, but I am suddenly in a very big rush because of that phone call. And I just put it down there on that same area all the way across. And I'll do the same thing again. I'll rub it in, do little circles, do the same thing around my head. I'll use my fingertips and kind of push in. And that seems to help with tension headaches. And hey, God's desire for me. And it, hold on one second. This is her. Well, that's good and bad news. She called my husband, who was supposed to pick her up today anyway, and let him know that I was doing a live. And can he come pick her up? I was like, oh my gosh. So this should go well. We'll see. I might be going early anyway. But yeah, it's starting to dissolve and this is starting to cool. And it's like a cooling and a heating up because it's so strong. The other thing I had for you guys today is I wanted to show you something. When you grow your own bananas, this one is already splitting open because it's so ready. If you ever grow your own bananas, the sap that comes out, look, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, is so thick. It will, all that sap there will stain and stick to everything. So just remember when you first get your banana rack, you might want to put oil over even the machete that you're using or the knife that you're using, like an olive oil or something. And then, of course, wipe it off afterwards just to protect the knife because it gets so super sticky. But use old towels to put them on after you've washed, your bananas in your sink. Put them on a towel that you don't care about because that towel is going to get stained. This is my banana towel under there. It's a dish towel that I don't care about anymore because it got stained. And I didn't know that because nobody had told me that about banana sap. But it will stain everything. It'll stain your clothes. And it's very difficult to even get off of surfaces. I had, spots here where it had come off the banana. And I had to scrub it off with a little, like the daddy and the mommy scrubbers. They look like little smiley faces. The other thing I had to gotten was, and I don't know if you guys have seen these before, earrings. This is lychee. And hey, Miss Sharon, it's lychee season right now in South Florida. And it goes by really quick. It's about a month long, really, maybe a month and a half, and they're gone. So this is a lychee. Supposedly, these are not the emperor. I'm trying to think. Sweetheart. It's supposed to be the sweetheart. I already have seeds set aside from the ones I've eaten. What you do is this part is, here, let me show you. You take your nail or your teeth. I've already washed these. Ah, they're so juicy. Crooked peach. I'm sorry if you love them and I'm eating them in front of you. Ah, they're so. Ah. I just wanted to crack the surface, and I cracked it enough to where it's like super, super juicy coming out. Yum. But this is what they look like on the inside. I know that looks slimy, but that's just the skin. It's still good. It's almost like a skinless grape once you open it up, but then it has a very big seed in the middle. Sometimes they're smaller, but this one in particular has a large seed. And then you just pop it in and eat the fruit off the seed. I was telling my friend Barry, I'm not quite sure how to describe the flavor because they're all a little bit different to me. Some of them even have like almost a hint of like a floral note, but they are delicious and there's just nothing else like them. Hey, Growth Hudson. I already made the essential oil. Here, I'll show you guys. I don't know if you've ever boosted up your peppermint oil. If you have headaches or muscle aches, I get the typical fibro muscle aches with my neck and like right in the center of my back. And yes, I did shave my underarms. They just look dark on in the shadows. But I will use this peppermint essential oil. I found one actually that is food grade and it's good. It's nice and strong. Hey, Cece. So I'll use this in a roller ball. I just made it. So if you guys want to go back and watch the beginning after I'm done, I put in the menthol crystals first. These are made from mountain mint and they look like crystal meth, but they're crystal mint. And I put the crystals in and they will dissolve overnight in the peppermint oil and it boosts up the hi. Oh, thanks for listening, my Renaissance grandma. They will melt into this and boost it up really, really, really strong. If you're able to, handle peppermint oil already on its own, which I got to the point where I could. This kind of adds that muscle rub menthol to where, what it does, the menthol rubs that we use, they are not really necessarily getting to the muscle. They're causing a reaction on your skin that's causing like the blood to flow to that area. And it also is like bringing some relief. And then you have that sensation like it is, giving a little bit of relief too. But yeah, I made that in the beginning. That was my oil. And I rub that on the back, especially when I have a tension headache. I will rub it on the back, or if even a migraine. If I have a migraine too, what I will do is I will actually put it under my nose. You'll see me do that during live sometimes when I'm dealing with headaches. But the other thing I had was lychees. I was just opening them up. And it's lychee season in South Florida right now. And I was so fortunate that the neighbor next door was selling them. The neighbor next door that is not in an HOA. They have a property with some land. They were here before I think our development was built, because our development and another was like built around their property and a couple other properties in between. But they look so slimy once they're peeled. They look like a grape without skin to me. The texture is that way too. Storms. Cece, I love you. Nothing wrong with hairy armpits. Well, if that's your thing, I'm not really a hairy armpit kind of girl, but I've had to deal with that like my whole life because of my lovely German and Black Irish heritage. No storms. Mountain mint is a particular type of mint, but I'm sure it grows in the mountains. That's probably how it got its name. But these are so good. I have a lychee tree and I got it a long time ago. I'm going to have to put it in the ground and see if it'll do any better because it has just been struggling. They can get rust and all kinds of fungal issues, but it also, because of that, they send out, they talk. Our plants talk, and it seems like they send out distress signals, and then along come the bugs to eat it. And so the Sri Lanka weevils we have down here have just been eating holes in my little lychee tree. So I'm thinking I need to mix up some soil that it would prefer and mix it into the native soil and just put it in the soil and see if it'll do better. Hey, Moon over Miami. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I was in a rush because I thought I was going to have to run out and go get my daughter, but she ended up calling my husband, which could backfire on me and get me in trouble. He's, I guess, going to leave work early, which he didn't have to do. And I will tell him that. I will tell him exactly the conversation I had with her. It just is frustrating to try and find time around little guy and then now try and find time around my daughter. So what I might just do for a second, if you guys would bear with me, I'm going to make a phone call real quick and see, what he was told, because I don't know if, I know some of you have children, if they ever did the whole mom dad thing. And I think she pulled one of those on me to get her way so she would get picked up quicker, or maybe not, to have me mad at her. I know, right? They're screaming. I think they're screaming beforehand, like they're screaming at us to help them. And the bugs hear them saying help. And then the bugs come and start eating them because they know like they're weak and can't fight back as well. But yeah, give me just 1 second. Let me see if I can call and see if he is able to leave work early because I don't want this to set off our weekend in a bad way. All right. Well, he's on his way to pick her up already. So we'll see how that works out. Anyway, so that was what I am all sticky now from the lychee and yeah, the gummy banana. But those are my bananas. They're about this size. If you haven't seen them before, they're not a full size. They're actually perfect snacking size, I think. Their texture is really nice too for cooking and for just eating. I'm not going to eat this one because I noticed I don't know when it popped open. But yeah, they're a banana. Typical. I'm saving the bananas though that didn't make it to be edible to maybe dig a hole and plant them under my new watermelon seeds that I'll probably try and put in. If not this weekend, they're going to go down this week. But yeah, they're a good texture, good size. I wish I could bite into it, but I just saw that was cracked open, and yeah, we have rats that are in South Florida besides the iguana that I was yelling at, and I don't want to, get any kind of disease from one of those rats. Pardon me with the chair. I'm going to just wash my hands. It's right here. But yeah, I wanted to make that oil for you guys because I thought it was pretty easy. It doesn't require a lot of ingredients, and the ingredients are reusable. You just have to get the roller ball, and I would suggest if you can get the ones with the metal ball, they are just so much nicer. And they're also nice too during the summer because it's a bit refreshing um, to have and put on your neck. It can help cool you off too. Trying to get some of this stickiness up. But yeah, the lychees, I don't know how to explain like the taste. Like Crooked Peach, if you're still in here, what would you say they taste like? I heard some guys say actually peach. And I'm like, okay, I don't know which one he's had, but they don't taste like peaches to me. But they might, maybe it's that particular type he had. And yes, this is a Celsius because my coffee got me sick today. So I needed some caffeine, so I didn't get a caffeine headache. Hey, the Bud Files, welcome in. I did a little oil recipe in the beginning. If you're interested, it's in the first just couple minutes of the video that I'm doing. Yeah, it has like a little bit of a floral note, kind of like a grape, but I think it's even better than a grape. It has like a more complex flavor. The texture is definitely grapey. And then I kind of like that it actually has a larger seed than those tiny seeds. But what I noticed is up at the top, like Crooked Peach said the same thing. At the top of the seed, though, you don't want to eat that little bit that's stuck to the seed because that is kind of like that flavor too from a grape seed that I don't even like, what you would call that. Not good. It's just not good. But yeah, that's pretty much, I just wanted to share those things with you. I'm on the mend. Yesterday, I was talking to a friend, and as I was talking to them, my ear just all of a sudden just drained. I didn't even know it was that clogged up. It just all of a sudden opened, and I was like, yay. Hey, girl dad, thanks for coming in. I was just showing that I have lychee. It's lychee season in South Florida. Oh, thank you, Cece. I've been missing everybody. I've been missing our lives. And in fact, I was wondering, I wonder if David got it. Like it's going around. Poor Maureen is sick. She got sick too. I would say I was maybe a week, like 5 days in, and she came down with something. It was so weird. And it was right after our live, as if, it can go through the internet or something. I was shooting today. I was trying to shoot a short about, I got that Thrive Cosmetics, the mascara. Oh my gosh. Like I am so, let me see if I can take these off so I can show my ladies who it's natural. It's an all natural product, but boom, I got some eyelashes, and that wasn't even trying because I was, I didn't have my glasses on and couldn't see what I was doing. He's just been being himself. Okay. I just hadn't seen him when I got back, so I was just wondering if he was okay. Because it's going around everywhere. Right? Crooked Peach, I'm telling you. I was just telling my daughter, like, oh, I don't have to use those because we were in a store prior to getting sick. But my husband brought it home anyway. The lychees, I can look that up for you, but I believe it's pretty much down here. It's like, I don't know if it's a 9 and above or it is 10 and above. It's spelled Lychee. They call it the lychee plant in this thing, but it's a tree. They get huge, the trees. It just takes them a long time. They're considered drupe. Lychee zone. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. That's surprising. It says it can go, lychee tree is also known as lychee or Litchi, Chinesius, can be grown in USDA zones 4 through 11 in containers and 9 through 11 outdoors. Lychee trees are native to Asia and are subtropical, so they prefer warmer temperatures, but can also tolerate cooler temperatures in the winter, which can help harden the plant. Young trees need protection from the wind, and mature trees need protection from the frost. So, yeah, It's a subtropical. So the 9 through 11 is outdoors, and the 9, you would probably still have to protect it from frost. Let's see, which can take about 3 years. Oh, until they are well established. Okay. Mature trees can tolerate temperatures, though, as low as, okay, 26 degrees for short periods of time, and it doesn't go on to tell you. But usually their hardiness zone in another article, it says in U of F's, it's 10A through 11. And that's what I thought. I've always heard it's actually higher. So I'm surprised. That's AI put the one together that I was first reading. They don't like salty environments, though. They also, I think, do not like being overwatered like most fruits, except for bananas. Bananas will tolerate a lot of water. Fast growing trees has them at 10, it looks like. And also, like California and Florida are the typical areas. But if you have a way to bring them in, it's just like I said, I'm having difficulty with mine being in a pot. It doesn't seem to be doing that well, but I've seen them do well in pots. Malachi, get away from there, please. Daddy's coming home. He's on his way home with Sissy. Oh, hey, Ledge. Welcome in. Yeah, you would have to bring it in and out storms. So yeah, I'm not sure it would work too well. I'm not sure it worked. Oh, hey, LP. I didn't see you come in. Sorry. I was reading. Good to see you too. But yeah, they are it's such a short season. And also right now we're in mango season. And it was announced on YouTube by a local, actually mango grower. I think it's Truly Tropical is her channel. I think her name's Chris. She has a grove down here, which I didn't know about until I think last year. And I still ended up going and visiting Walter Zill and his wife instead for local grown mangoes. And he and his brother came up with a lot of the hybrid selections that are available in Florida now. So that was kind of cool because I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I visited him. I bought a book from him and Verna, his wife, and looked him up. And then his brother Gary came up too in the search. And it was like, are you kidding me? Been living near a legend all this time. But I was too shy to be like, hey, let me just interview you right now. Like I couldn't, like in real life, I'm not like that. I feel weird about doing that with people. Online, it's different. And even online, I get funny about stuff like that. But yeah, like lychee and mango season are my favorite season, I think, as far as fruit that we grow down here. I'm still looking forward to the soursop. They're still hanging onto the tree. The smaller one I'm concerned about. I'm not sure if it's going to continue. I know. I mean, for like asking for interviews, I'm shy about that because I'm afraid I won't be a good interviewer in person like that. I don't know. Like as soon as I found out they were like legends, like local legends, that's when my shyness kicked in. If I feel like I get intimidated by people like that are like that. I don't know. I have one vine that survived. That iguana that I yelled at in my short came back after it gave me a look after my husband popped it, like Farron hit it with a pellet. We have a little, it's like a small gun, and you just crank it. I mean, a small pew pew. And it takes 22 pellets, and it got popped because it was like, what? It freaked out, ran up the strangler fig. But the funniest thing was it looked around the strangler fig at me, like dead on. Like, I'll get you. I'll get you for this. I swear it looked at me like that. And what do you know? The next day when I went out, all of them were gone but one. So right now I have that one underneath a milk or a water jug that I cut the bottom off like a cloche, and I'm trying to protect it, but I'm going to just try and replant closer to the house. And I have some of the Carolina cross seeds, and I have Jubilee. I have Florida Giant. and I have Congo, but I don't know if any of them will make it because it seems like they just keep finding them and eating all the leaves off. Yep, he got me. He sure got me. Mhm. Yep. It was so funny the way he looked around the tree and then he was gone because Theron was right there with the pew pew. And he just like that iguana looked at me like, "Oh, you wanna play? Okay, we can play." Yeah, thank you. We need it if I'm gonna grow watermelon. We need those prayers. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because I'm up against and everybody else is up against stuff too. Like, some people have deer, other people have, the raccoons, the possums. We have those. We have raccoons, possums. Rats are really a problem because I'm right on the canal. Um, but rabbits, we have cottontails now that are making a comeback. They were not here when we first moved in. So I don't know what necessarily, made them go away, but now they're flourishing again and they're around. Hey, Cool Gamer 2, welcome in. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you all have the heat. We do too. It's starting here too early. It started like usual. We don't get much of a spring. It just goes like almost it coasts right into summer immediately. You okay, Rezzy? Hey, no. Thank you. Sorry, that was to my son, not our dog. Yeah, they are rabbits, so they are quite prolific. Do you need to get down, Rezzy? She's getting nervous because he's walking around her a lot. Hold on one second. Rezzy is our little 10-pound dog with tiny, tiny, thin legs. 79 and Wendy. I'll tell you what ours is in a second. Let me just get Rezzy down. Oh, you're just sitting? Okay. I'm telling you, if it's not the kids, it's the dog. She was just like, nah, I'm good. Laid right back down. Hey, Netta. Netta, did you get your lychees? They're here. Right? Maybe. I might have to start them inside. That's the problem, though. I don't have any room to do like hydroponics in my house right now. Yes, that's what we have. The indexes of 100. It starts off can even be in the 80s, and the index is 100 because of our humidity. But I saw too, like, who was it who was on Miss T's panel today? We all, like, he was new to a lot of us. I went over to his channel and watched a short. Oh, we might get a light chance. There's a light rain in the next hour. I hope so. Let's see. It is 91, high of 93, but let me see. It feels like 101 right now. Yeah, 93 there. Yeah, that is not far from me. So yuck. And our AC is really having a hard time this year keeping up with it. It never has before, which is concerning because it's a young unit. Yeah, that is hot for Virginia. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, right now, really, like what Cece was saying with the heat, it is not planting season for us in South Florida. Even Glenn, who's above me, quite a bit, he's putting his beds to rest. Like he's starting to, cover them and stuff and wait for the next planting season, which is like your winter. Hey, will it grow or fall? We can also do. You're a Virginia wimp. 85 with a breeze. That sounds nice though, right now. Yeah, our unit is pretty new. It's only like 4 years old, so I'm really concerned. Hey, will it grow? Welcome in. 88 there. Wow. We're always watching the tuna show that's up that way, and of course we watched Deadliest Catch, but Deadliest Catch, I only like watching like the newer ones. The older ones make me sad because of like the captain that passed away and things like that. It's down low for a change, but because of the wind. Yeah, no drone flying. I'm concerned about the drone flying because of the wind here too, because we get the breeze. Even I'm pretty far in from the beach, probably about 15-minute 10 to 15-minute drive, depending on, what bridge you take over the intercoastal. And yeah, I would be kind of concerned to fly one. That's for sure. To fly a drone. Hey, Laura's Garden and more. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. But yeah, I could go for some cooler weather and definitely could go for rain. We need rain. It's been very, very dry, but I don't want to wish for too much rain because I don't want to wish for the tropical storms and this hurricane season that they keep saying is going to be really bad. That scares me. Yeah. Oh, wow. 20-mile-per-hour gusts. Ugh. My beds are full. Wow. Yeah, I have the sweet potato vines. I didn't plant green beans. I'm so mad at myself. I didn't get out there and do that because they grow like crazy, especially asparagus. Oh, okay. To keep them. That's a good idea to give them a fan so they won't just wilt from all this heat that we're getting. The one thing that I have to take out of my elevated bed before I fill it, I just stacked the bed and I'm like, I think I have to actually pull up the one underneath it, flip it, and then stack it because they have on the inside of the bed, it's like a metal piece that can connect the two together so they won't wobble and disengage from each other, because they're vinyl beds. And I have a shisho spinach in it right now that's doing well because it's a tropical. The tropicals do well right now with this weather. Oh, I know. You can send it our way. You guys have had enough. That's ridiculous. And that's what the guy that was on the panel today, he's from Texas. And he showed his car got like holy hail, all dents everywhere, and the whole back window is out. It's on one of his shorts. Let me see. I don't know if I've still got his page open. I don't think I do. Darn. No, I don't. Oh, I got stays open. I need to pop over and see her. But yeah, I'll take some of that rain off your hands. We are way too dry for this time of year. It's not good. It's really not good for our plants, the grass, everything. Oops, let me just move that. Let me see if I can reach. Yee. I just want to keep these cold. Hold on 1 second. I got this creamer, but I don't eat sugar anymore. And I went back on sugar at the worst time, right before we all got sick. So um my immune system dropped from the sugar use. But I figured, you know what? I'm so tired of having just black coffee or black coffee and honey. I want to try this again. It's this Laird Superfoods creamer, but I'm pretty sure it has regular sugar in it. And of course, it's made with coconut milk and coconut cream. Yeah, it is. It's cane sugar. Oh, it has coconut oil. That could have done it. I didn't even get halfway through that cup. And not to be gross, but I had to run to the bathroom. It was so bad. And I was like, well, that was not a treat. It's in no way good. I don't know what points blank travel is. What's that? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, wow. Yeah, Theron would know about the water restrictions. I haven't been going out. Like from following David the Good, I'm kind of the type of gardener now that it's like, if it's going to make it, it's going to make it. I'm not going to baby anything out there. And that's the thing with the annuals and the watermelon, like the watermelon challenge puts me out of my comfort zone because I don't like to grow annuals, especially in a season where I know it's too dry and it's too hot. The tropicals, this is their season now, and that's what's gonna, do well. Oh, yes, that's him. Points blank travel. Thank you, Crooked Peach. I wasn't tracking. Yes. It's such a different name for a channel. Thank you. Good job. Mommy's probably got to wash those hands. I just saw they're still dirty from going outside. Yeah, not right this second. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Get mommy your wipes. Go get your wipes. Can you do that? Get the wipes. Get your wipes. Okay, maybe not. We'll wash your hands in just a minute. Oh, yes. Yeah, I've been following Dave the Good since I came on YouTube. So 5 years. I've been part of his lives when he first started doing lives. We would call ourselves the cool kids when he was living down in the island in actually Ecuador. He was living in Ecuador. Um, but yeah, he grew up south of me in Broward County, and I'm kind of familiar with the area, but he was even deeper into Broward than we were when we lived down in that county. But I follow Brian a little bit, but not as much as I follow David the Good. Thanks, Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon's there in the lives with me a lot. She's been around in those lives for quite a while too. I have like almost all his books. It's funny, I realized um Totally Crazy Easy Florida Gardening is what helped me find him, but I had rented it. I found it at the library and I had rented the book and or checked it out and then found him on YouTube when I went on YouTube for gardening, just to look up gardeners and people who grow in Florida, because my dad hated it here to grow. He did not want to grow garden here. He knew the sandy soil would need a lot of amending, and he was an old school gardener. You know, he used seven. If there was bugs, you threw seven at it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. He's a great guy. You know, he went through surgery, and everybody we were all praying for him and everything. It's just I followed David the Good because of yeah, he's a Florida gardener author is how he got his start. But he's gardened multiple places, even into Tennessee. Yeah, he was my first too, for Sharon. She said it was her first, and then it was him, and then it was Jeff and Maya, and it was uh, Justin Rhodes were my first like three that I started watching. Yeah, what is Brian's channel's name? I forget. I can see him. Flannel Farms. That's it. Flannel Farms. I haven't actually gotten to pop over there in a while. Just keeping up with channels is so hard when you are a creator and then when you have a family, and especially if you have any caretaking to do in that family other than, of course, typical caretaking, but I mean any kind of special needs or a parent or any of that. Yep, compost your enemies. I actually did a whole video with I had a brand new camera at the time and the mic wasn't set up, and it was all about promoting, like, it was my basically gratitude towards David the Good. And I had my Compost Your Enemies t-shirt on, and yeah, there was no sound. Hold on one second. That's my dog. All right, we're good. And he's going back to work, so that should work out good. That's good. I'm glad they're doing well. Yeah, yeah, I have anyway, I was saying, like, that was the first book that introduced me to him. That's the only one book I think I still have to get. I think I have the rest. Oh, that, and I think I don't have Push Your Zone. That one was on audio. I listened to that one on audio. I wish he would do more audio, but I can see why he doesn't, because he wants to sell his books and he doesn't really have the time. No. Cool. Yeah, he did, him and also, Scott Head did the Grow a Little Fruit Tree, and they're friends. Scott Head was in that group with us. Um, didn't know his channel at that time, his channel hadn't grown like it is now. It wasn't as big. But Scott Head was in that group with us. Um, you'll see, Carolyn come in here. She was in that group, or Caroline. Um, no, Malachi. And some other people. You'll see maybe Karen Hill might come in. She's got a place now, some land because of David the Good. But we were all part of that little small group in the beginning that was always there at his lives while he was down in Ecuador. And we didn't know where he was. And when the parallelogram happened in 2020 and he came back, we were also happy that he came back to the States because we didn't know what was going to happen with all that, just like everybody else. But they were like, it was getting weird down there. It wasn't safe for him and his family to be down there at that time. There was unrest that was happening there. And yeah, so glad. Are you talking to your dog? I sure hope so. Yeah, he misses the tropical, the growing. Yeah, I know for sure. And there's the different way of life and not dealing with all our nonsense here. We'll just leave it at that. Absolutely. Yeah. Parallelogram. I forget where I got that from. I think I got it from a comedian. I think I stole it. It might have been even Yuri, the girl who does the Kardashians. I don't watch the Kardashians. I watched them a long time ago and not even that much, just here and there. I don't think watch like the full episode when I would watch it. But she does like these skits and they are so hilarious that that's all I need. That's like all the Kardashian I need. She looks like them and she can pull off a skit version of each sister that is just so funny. And like yeah, she puts wigs on to play each sister. So it's just, and she plays Chris too. She'll play Christian. She's hilarious. Yeah, the growing down there. Yep, I know. Well, he grew up growing tropicals down here. Like that's how we ended up with his books, that he figured that whole thing out. Like, hey, and he was the first place I remember going to his channel because tomatoes weren't growing well for me. Everything was eating tomatoes. I was planting my tomatoes when a lot of people like you were planting your tomatoes and other people in zones that were not my zone. I didn't understand that 9 is even much different than 10B because I'm closer to 11A. And he was saying, and I had quit gardening for 10 years. I had quit because of the stupid tomatoes and my plants getting eaten alive and everything because I was planting according to the back of the packet, like the seed packets. I didn't know. Like I didn't know back then. And I came back, I want to say it was 2018 and started watching. I think that was when I had rented the book around then. My dad passed end of 2018 and 2019 was maybe when I started watching him even more around that time. Yeah, and he said it. He's like, "You probably have grown tomatoes and are trying to figure out why they're not doing well this time of year and why everything's eating them and why they're dying and why they're getting funguses." And it's like, "Yeah, yeah, why?" It's like, "'Cause you're in a tropical zone." Hey, GT, what's up? Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you, Storms. They just have created such an unnatural standard, that's for sure. Oh, okay. That was so sweet of you to say thank you, Crooked Peach. You're always so sweet and encouraging. And thanks, Miss Sharon. You were like such a I don't know what I did to deserve you, but you're such an awesome mod. North growers have a couple more months to grow. Oh, okay. So you don't hold on to them. Hmm. I know people though that do that continue to let them go. Is it because you are further south? Like the northern growers, some of them bring them inside and keep them going, but some of them too do hydroponics. TN Bushcrafter does hydroponics and he keeps its jalapeno going through, I think, the winter up there in Tennessee. Are you trying to get put in timeout, Will It Grow? What are you talking about? Will It Grow actually has like great videos on onions. If you have not watched them and you love to grow onions, but you're having trouble with them, Will It Grow has some great videos on how to do them right and get them to grow really large and bulb up. He is a northern grower, but his tips are good for just about anybody. Oh, got you. Yeah, we do in our zone. That's true. That's very true, Cece. Uh-oh. Aid heard me. John, you better behave. Behave yourself. Aid can if he gets naughty. Thank you, GT. Yeah, we do have enough time. We've got a great like area for peppers. That's for sure. My peppers did really well last year. The only thing that did end up getting them was the stupid hornworms. I remember going out. That's in one of my shorts too, calling that a jerk. Just going out and seeing one of my pepper plants that was doing so well completely like just sticks, and I saw the fat, hornworms on there. I was like, jerk. Yeah, I should make you one of those mods, GT. Actually, I don't know if I can do it from here. I think I have to do it through YouTube, and I've already got my. Whoa, 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 whoa! Easy, Mr. Noisy over here. Hold on, let me see if I can get to my channel. I just realized I don't have it open on YouTube side. John, oops, sorry, John. I'm so happy to like have you here, but I don't understand. You just need attention sometimes, or what? Um, yeah, I don't know if I think I have to hold on. I have to take it away and then redo it. So just give me a second, GT. And then same thing with storms. Should have one too. Hold on, you two. I'm gonna take away your stand and then re up, because I know Aid has stuff going on, and I know too my other managing moderator has been not able to always make it. All right, there we go. Okay. Just do, use wisdom. I believe you will. Hey, Brutal Bob. Let me see what's going on. Hold on. Good afternoon. Just looking in for a few to give you. Oh, thank you. Oh, no, it hit you. I am so sorry. It's like the last thing you guys needed. How's your wife? How's she healing up? I am so sorry. Oh, is that what you were doing? You were agreeing with Barry. I thought you were talking about some kind of other blow up doll. Okay. Okay, John. Okay. No, he was saying they were bloated, not blow up dolls. Oh, honey, I didn't realize you didn't have one. I'm such a ding dong. You definitely deserve a wrench. Let me give it to you. This is good because tonight definitely. I can't believe I wrenched him before I wrenched you. I am so sorry, Cece. Sweetheart. Thank you. Barry had to tell me that one time. I did that with Angel and I felt awful. She's also such a great one to have. And Willick Rowe is a moderator. He's just being a little stinkerish. He likes to be that way sometimes, I think. Just needs a little attention. I am so sorry, Bob. Yeah, we'll be praying for you. How is the house doing? Like, is it livable? Is it like tree damage? Take your roof off damage? Like, what, if you have time to just tell us? Oh, I didn't, for some reason, I know you were in Michigan, but I didn't know you were in Michigan. And I like your new picture, LP. I keep forgetting to tell you. It's so pretty. You're welcome. I'm such a dingling sometimes. Oh, that's fine. I was doing that for a bit. Like when I first got better, that's one thing. This thing that's going around, it not only messes up like your system with like a cold flu, it was like a combination of a cold flu, which the C19 can be. And my husband had tested positive for it. So he tested positive for it. And we didn't test ourselves, my daughter and I, but we had very similar symptoms. It made me like slower than I already am with the medications I'm on from the fibro and just, being that age of, you know, the change also messes with your thought processes. Oh, wow. You took that picture. It's beautiful. Is it some type of swallowtail? It looks like it. It's beautiful. It's really stunning. It does look like a type of swallowtail, like the ones that like dill. Oh, good for you, LP. I need to come over and see what you're posting. But yeah, right now my garden everything looks very dry because I haven't been going out there and watering everything. I definitely need to stack both sides. I have those beds, the elevated beds. I need to elevate them even more. One of the reasons too is because this one is more shaded because of the banana trees. This one over here, because of the plumera and it being dry, isn't as shaded. Let me see. She's okay, Miss Carol. We lost. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's terrible. See, that's why I hate tornadoes more than the hurricanes we get. There's just not enough time. And people it makes no sense to me that down here in Florida, in South Florida, we have what is known as a Miami-Dade like code since Hurricane Andrew came through. They changed the codes for Southern Florida for the building codes. You go up central and you go up to northern, they're still building with the Hardy board. Hurricanes go rip roaring through that area too. Well, why are we doing that? And then we've got these areas that have always been hit by tornadoes. Why are we not building them to a standard that at least has a safe room in every house? No, don't want to bother. Thin the herd another way. That's so horrible, Bob. I hate it when it's children. It's just children or the elderly, the ones that just can't help themselves. It's just awful. Yeah, I want to go and check out LP. I'm so proud of her that she's putting up content. Yeah, mine did too. Like it got really dry. Then we got like a rain and it seemed like we got all new weed seeds that just developed. So that's what I was doing today was I stacked those beds, got my bananas, and he let me, except for, he was pulling up grass a bit. and I pulled weeds in our pavers. They're so hard to pull out in the paver patio. So hard. I need one of those little tools, the small ones, to get in there, and maybe like one of those scrapers. I need one of those scrapers that they use, I think, for construction to get into the little fine cracks. That is so sad, Blue Bob. Definitely praying for her mom. Definitely. Yeah. Oops. Downside of being a storm spotter, we can give folks an early warning of a tornado on the ground. We can't steer them away. I know, right? Well, the thing is with the hurricanes, we have like days and days in advance. Tornadoes, you don't have that. I mean, you got some warning, but nothing like what we get. When we had Irma, I got the hell out of here. I mean, excuse my language, but I got the hell out of here with the kids, because at that time, Irma was going to be a 5, and it was going to come right up the center of the state from the base of our state, like a bowling ball. And I was like, oh no, nope. And Theron wouldn't leave, and then it ended up shifting, and he was like, why don't you just come back? I'm like, no, I'm already on my way to my parents. I'll go see them, and I'll use this time. And thank God I did. Like, ended up being the best thing that could have happened, actually, that I did that. Hey, Andrew. Welcome in, Andrew's Northwest Coins. Actually, Andrew, I'm starting to put aside my pennies that are copper, because I saw a guy on TikTok who was talking about different ones and different markings to look for, but I need like a magnifying glass to see some of that stuff that he's talking about. Oh, I do that too. LP, I have so much in this phone that my latest iguana short wasn't even going to be a short. It was just, I'm like, maybe it will be. But when I took the film, I was like, that. I was all over the place, and you can see part of it in the video, but I clipped out where it like really went all over the place and turned it into a really short. And now I think it's up to like 9,000 views, 9,000 something views. But it was, and no joke, and I don't know what happened this morning when I looked at the YouTube studio, it was at 11,000. Go back a few hours later, it's like back down to 9,000. I'm like, what is up with YouTube math? It's so messed up. Oh, that was nice. Let's see. Enjoy listening to Ryan. Yes, I do too. He is very good. Yeah, he's very good. A couple of days ago here, U.S. Marshals and Alaska. Whoa. Did they say why? Like, did you find out the scoop? That's some serious stuff if you got U.S. Marshals and the Alaskan State Troopers. Sounds like cartel stuff. Receiving packages. Yeah, Tampa has some good chat. I like to go over there before I do mine. But so does Rooster does too. I just can't. His trivia that he has, I wish I had the memory for it. I just don't. I just don't have the trivia memory. Also, a couple windows and siding shingles. There was no supercell, so no warning. Oh gosh, that's what I figured since the baby's gone. It's just heavy rain. Oh, it moved the minivan 2 lanes on the road. That's scary. They had, when I drove through the South Carolina, you probably heard me tell this before, Bruto Bob, because you've been around for a while. I was, okay, I'll Google it. Let me take a picture of that so I have it. I'll look it up. We were driving through, I believe it was South Carolina, and we just had one of those windstorms that comes down like that, where it's just really, really bad and really strong, really fast. Took out a big pine tree across the 95, like all the way across to where I was going through the middle and around the tree, because we were getting hit with branches, and I was just so afraid another pine tree was going to fall over and kill me and the kids. was so crazy. That was on our way home from, I think, when I went up for my dad's memorial. That trip was awful, but God used it for something good. But it was awful on the way up. I got a ticket, and on the way back, we almost got killed. Yeah, it does that they did. Not lucky that they knew that baby boy, though, and they're gonna not see that little baby. That's so sad. Yeah, I hope you have good insurance too and a good agent that'll help you out. Pretty sure they had. Wow. Okay, I'll check out your shorts on it. Did you mention anything about what it might? Oh no, you don't know yet what it was for. It'll probably come out in the news. It might not though if it's like super serious stuff like cartel stuff. I record stuff, then time passes and I record. Yes, yes, I've done that. I've done that. Exactly. Oh, is Bob in here? Or are you saying hi to Brutal Bob? Oh, the other Bob came in. Stuff. I've talked. Oh, okay. So GT, you kind of know what's up. Is it what I'm thinking? Like, because they've been having a lot of like cartel stuff go down with all the stuff, all the people coming in. Because they're busy with that at the borders. You know, cartels are trying to get things in, plus they're shipping things. And it's wild that you will see things that I saw. What was it on the show Smugglers? They did something where they wrapped it in coffee and put it in coffee. And it's like, I still remember that as being a smuggling thing from like Miami Vice. Like, really? You're still using that? And it was like, yeah, they'll try just about anything in hopes that it's missed, but they'll try the same things over and over again. Oops, wait a minute. Ms. Carol NWS said it was a spin up. Oh, wow. I have never heard of that. Spin up. Hmm. So maybe from the spin up, like from the ground up rather than the clouds down, like a water spout comes down, right? Spin up. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yes, they've been. Oh, yeah. You ever notice on those shows, like you will know who sung like a bird, uh, they'll blur them out. You will not see their face. The other people that they show, they didn't talk, but the ones that talked, they always blur their faces out. I heard not good one guy here. They picked up some stuff he did before. Oh wow. I'm trying to really short with big name. I love you. You come on down. Just you got to take it home. That's the only thing. You want to come and take pictures of our iguanas, you must return with one. And you could probably make it into some nuggets with your cooking skills, my Renaissance grandma. No, I didn't. I didn't see it yet. Is it? Hold on. I didn't look it up. I just took a picture of it to look it up later. Hold on. Livonia tornado. I can do that. And then I'll bring it up for everybody so we can all be sad, but that's how life is. There's joy and there's pain. Livonia tornado. Little boy. Oh gosh. Cooper? Is that him? 3-year-old Cooper? That's sweet though that they've raised money for him. Oh, is he a doll baby? Oh, this is awful. And he has a little baby sister, less than 2 weeks old. Oh, that poor mommy and daddy. They look like a young, cute couple, too. I'll show you guys. So sad. So, so sad. Ugh. So sad. Here's the little boy. Tree crashed into his family's home. Oh, that's why she's in the hospital too. Okay. It pinned him and his mother, Corinne. His sibling, less than 2 weeks old, was also in the home but survived. Yeah, she could have lost 2 children. I hope they don't lose her. I hope the husband doesn't lose his wife after losing his son. It's just horrible. Yeah, me too. Totally. Me too. I had a friend that, they had named their son Christian, and he ended up, he had bilateral atresia. No, give me that. And he had another type. Uh, anyway, it was his heart and his liver, and both were so serious that it's like they couldn't operate because he could just die on the operating table. And then they told her, well, if you get him to a certain weight, then we can try, to operate. And he was almost to that weight. He was in the hospital and he passed away. Yeah, it was awful. And if she hadn't found out she was pregnant, she said and also had another child. He had an older brother. She might not have made it. Oh, did it totally change your words? That's okay. I think chicken nugget, lizard nuggets. Yeah. See, Cece's all for it. I think that would actually gain some traction. I should try that. Oh gosh, we need a laugh after that. Oh, hey, Duncan. 1900. Yes, prayers for that family for real. Hey, the off-grid trucker. Welcome in. Welcome in. So for those of you who don't know, who were a little late, I did make a peppermint oil that you can make extra strength by I used this peppermint oil in the roller ball. This was a 1 fluid ounce, but it's a pretty good bottle size. It's Viva Doria is the essential oil, and it's also food grade, so you can use it. I make my own toothpaste sometimes, and it's just baking soda and this. That's all it is. You can put a little water in it, but you don't have to. You can just wet your toothbrush and stick your wet toothbrush in it and use that. But anyway, before putting in the peppermint oil, you put in its menthol crystals. And this is from Mountain Mint. They make these menthol crystals, which are very strong. You can buy these in food grade too. They will use menthol crystals for like mints. They'll crush it up and put it in mints. Like some of those mints that are really like fresh have bits usually of the menthol crystals. Yeah, things can be replaced. He can't. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Definitely be praying for you guys, and especially praying for that family. It's very tragic. Oh, goodness, Bob. Gotta be kidding. Oh, thank God, though, she was there with him. Thank God he was not by himself, like trapped in his bedroom alone. Wow. Oh, is that what they're playing with? I've got those when Hannah was little and was making her like the hats and stuff because they give you like directions on how to make different things, and I was making her things. I learned how to make the little swords for her birthday too, Andrew. Oh, yuck. Well, you've got that, drone now, Barry, so you're all set up to just kind of, show them. Oh, thanks. I was just letting you guys know, especially since you drive, it's a nice reliever for tension headaches by putting it at the back here. And then I showed how you could give yourself like a little massage for your head and for right here. Yes, replay gang does matter. It does help, especially Diva's got her hours now for the 3,000, but she still needs, the 4,000. But she's going to make it. I know she will, but you still can help her out if you'd like to. And of course, I'm not to my 3,000. It seems like every time I get to like 2,500, they start to mess around with the math again. I don't know what is going on with YouTube. It's because I won't play their game and be like, do the one video a week and, two shorts and my live, I don't do what, you know, I, I don't let them be my taskmaster. Right? If I didn't have a hoo-ha, maybe I just like slip right into a big old drum of that. Well, definitely would burn some places. Oh, did you put it on video already? Oh, was she in the cam footage that I saw? Was that on your sunset? If you guys haven't seen Barry's sunsets that he's getting because of that drone, like he's getting some great shots of sunsets. Also, like, the area around there, some wildlife, really cool. Nails on chalkboard. Oh yeah, when they're playing with them. Yep, that's right. I hear that as a mama. Yep. If it's keeping them busy and happy and they're not getting into trouble, it's a godsend. Right. I don't get YouTube math. I just don't get it. They will be like, "Oh yeah, that live you did was 40 hours. We're going to give you 10." Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, right. You don't follow the rules. Don't collect $200. Not like I'll ever, make $200 except for maybe, I don't know, maybe a year from now if I'm playing the game. Oh, okay. I'll have to look. I'll have to look. Get out. Oh, you mean 2,000 watch hours? You're always welcome to come and sit on our live. Like if Tampa ends early, you're welcome to sit on my live and click on the button too, because we do the button. Diva and I do. Okay, I will. Definitely will pray for the family. Praying, your wife keeps doing better too. Bob, so sorry. Oh, okay. For those of you, make sure that you have my Renaissance Grandma still subbed because YouTube will remove your sub from her if you haven't visited her in a while. I've noticed that happens, even though like they, randomly do notifications. Make sure you've got the bell, the one that's all colored in for her, so you're getting the notifications. There you go. Do you know who her parents are? Uh-oh. It's gonna go off because he's got the video. Thank you. Is that your oh, he took yours. No, Malachi, don't take your sister's stuff. Yes, that is a miracle. But it's such a shame that any of the children were killed. Just awful. Yes, she will. Yep. That's pretty amazing. You've worked hard at it though. You were like you and Beth are in and out of people's lives and really working your way through to getting those numbers. Oh, is it the one that I know about? It's great that you you got video of her for just for your files. Very, same files like that you have for, the mattress burning. Who does that? Okay. I figured it might be that one. Oh, the friendly. I like the way you say that. March 2022. Ooh. Yeah, he could follow her in with what he's got, but then you got to be careful she doesn't. You got it high enough to where she can't get at it and smack your drone down. That would be awful. But yeah, I can open it up for a little bit for like free for all. Trying to see the TV is doing something weird. Oh, it's just counting down. It's going to turn off. And then I'm going to have to probably get going. It's basically we all support each other. Off-grid trucker. You kind of find your people that you vibe with, I guess, and you just hang out in lives and visit other people's channels and get to know them, and it just kind of goes from there. I've been doing this though, like it depends on how long you've been doing it and how you're cranking out your videos. When you're putting out your videos, Aid was the one who made me aware of that. Like that matters too, for it to gain traction. But yeah, lives and being consistent. Diva in the Dirt and I do lives on the weekends. I do one tonight at 11:30, and then we have hers 11:30 Eastern, and we have hers at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. And then some of us will go over to Storms Radios and Cats. Then on Sunday night, he has one at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and we go to his channel. And it's just, and then there's like Tampa's Creek is tonight. I think she's at 9:30. The Big Rooster Show is at 9. It's just getting aware of the lives that are going on and getting to know the community, and finding like who you jive with. Like a lot of us are gardeners that are in here, or I also know survivalists too, because we have like interconnected things. Canners, cooks, kind of fall into that. Oh goodness, do we all love to talk about food? Yeah, that's one too. Yep. That's great, Andrew. Yeah. The shorts do help. I need to do more shorts. And Aid told me that too. And it's just hard for me to do it. It's just hard for me to do it. That's great. Yep. And there are other truckers that do that. I don't know if you know Swoop Like Me, Off Grid Trucker. If you've hung out in some of her lives, she does Thankful Thursday. She does Wednesday live usually, and then late night Saturday night is a little bit very not a little bit. It's a lot like adult, but she's also a trucker, and yeah, she would be a good one to get hooked up with, and yeah, you would probably get not probably you will get subs from hanging out with Swoop Like Me. I'm pretty sure of it, because she also has Buddha in there. Buddha of Destiny is wonderful that way, and she shares me out. My Renaissance grandma is a doll. I adore most of these people in this live are just so good to me. I cannot even tell you like how grateful I am for them. And they all have their different gift or giftings, and I'm very grateful for them. Yes, Saturday is very adult. Thank you. Yeah, it's adult conversation with a little XXX in there. But Thankful Thursday is not like that usually, and Wednesday is not like that. And usually, Carol, oh my gosh, Carol, the girl miniature. Oh, geez, she is hilarious, but she didn't go live today. She usually goes live right after Miss T's live. Never eat at her house, but she is hilarious. Even Sweet Thumb was saying that, like that he watched like some of her stuff. Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, how you doing? I'm not grown enough. I know some of us are not grown enough for the late night Saturdays. We'll like pop in there and something will be said. It's like, yeah, okay, I gotta go to bed. I usually can't make it late night unless like Maureen goes short or she's not doing Saturday night. Oh, yeah, she is adult every day. Telling that poor man she's gonna put him in her basement. And Wellness, if you're up early, Wellness with Frugal Mama has the live before Miss T, um, very early in the morning if you're driving. And she is like so encouraging, so encouraging. My Renaissance grandma's got some really great like recipes and stuff, and she's so good at like if you have a question or anything about what she's doing, she's made me videos. So I didn't have to go through her whole catalog because I don't even know how to do that with people's videos actually. Oh, thank you, Miss Sharon. Yeah, that's all you do is basically until you can get people that are not specifically content creator only, the content creators kind of we all support one another as best we can because we all know the drill and we all know that we want um, just either that friendship or the information and the exchange of education, or we are trying to have a stream of income. And Diva was the one who actually got me interested into it for being like a stream of income. My daughter is very funny though. She she calls it she's like, you know why they call it AdSense, Mom? Because you get sense. That's you will make sense. That's about it. Oh, wait, what did I miss? Hold on. What did I miss? CC? You see me. You see me on Saturdays in there. I'm innocent. Yep. Really, I am. I'm innocent. Really. Of course. Yep. Me too. Yeah, those things will definitely help you. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because who can put that on there? And it's funny that you say that because what seems to take off are things like that that would be um, specific to my area. Or the other one that did well was what was it? It was the one where there's an anomaly. People like things like that, like what is this anomaly in the backyard? And they all are like, ooh, it might be spooky, spooky stuff. And they all come out of the woodwork to see what it is. If you do go live with trucking, have the camera facing the road so people can see scenery. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, Can't Stop, Don't Stop does that too. But too, if you're good looking, you can have the camera going both ways. There's a way to actually set up too. If you have a phone and a laptop, but I'm not sure how much, if you can secure a laptop or, oh, I guess you could do like an iPad or, you know, one of those. I'm not sure like if what you can secure while you're driving that doesn't interfere, you know, or get you in trouble. Oh, okay. No problem. Seems like short titles and names catch my faster than longer names and titles. Yeah, that's true. You kind of do have to catch them within the first two words. I think Gardening Gangster is how that one started. Um, for the one that is the 9,000 views. And that, Aid has one that he's like, I think, what was that, Aid? It was like 60,000 or something crazy. And it was just a multi-tool that people were interested in. Who knew? Like, yes, that phone like mine that uses both the front and the back. Yeah, that does help. My iPhone still I can't figure out how they just tap it and it turns. Mine won't do that. I'm viewer but new creator. My answer is do more content. Yeah. The more active and consistent, which I'm not, the more there is for people to see and connect with. It's true. Yeah, that's one thing. Like with Diva, her content is consistent, and she is right now creating a catalog of content. So once they do kind of hook up with her, she has a consistent catalog of content. Meanwhile, me, I don't, and I need to get better with the consistency and kind of, I don't know, like you have a style too sometimes that is yours that helps. Yeah, you like that? If you're good looking, oh, it helps. I mean, look at the girls. My Renaissance grandma, the young girls that are good looking or the young guys that are good looking. It seems like their channels do well. There's even like these roller skating channels that I watch, and it is so funny um, to see the women in the comment section. There's this one skater, and he is white, and it's mostly like Atlanta, the area of Atlanta and things like that, where skating is very like the nighttime thing to do rather than, going out to the dance floor. They go out and do all skate and, have all these routines that they do and everything. I can't remember his name, but oh my goodness, they go gaga for this one guy because he is so smooth with his moves and he ain't bad looking. He's like model handsome. Yep, there it is. Okay, there are also contests and collab. Yes, the collaborations and contests and stuff. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Some of them though, like there's some like A does not like sub for sub. There's some people who do not do that. Um, I understand now because of wanting to grow and to get monetized. See, he got 66,000 on that. Sometimes you just don't know what is gonna hit. Um, some people will do sub for sub if they know like you're another content creator and you're really pushing it and trying hard, they will help you out. Like, and that's a lot of us in Miss T's who are in there. Usually we will help one another out if we can. But we just ask the same in return. Just help us out too. But not everybody will do that. And you can't expect that. Oh, a swoop like me. Swoop like me is the channel. And then the other one is can't stop, don't stop. I think I don't think Peach is in the background. She might be in her garden. Uh she was doing a live with him too. There there you go. Miss Sharon's on it. Man. That's me. Squirrel. I think I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And it's squirrel. I'm so there too, Brenda. I think that's why we're friends. Well, too, I have this little person here that kind of keeps me inconsistent. Or you mean like what I said about Miss T? About us all trying to help each other? Yeah. I got to get over it. It's so hard though. That's one thing. It is very hard. I can't imagine Miss T trying to help. Now she's at 5,000. Like, how do you do that? That's where it comes in that we have to help each other. Oh, yeah. Even the pocket change? Because the coin people be interested. Didn't think of that. I wonder if I could do that. I just separated out my pennies from like the years. Oh, the skating. So you know who I'm talking about? He's got like long hair, gray hair. What is his name? Swoop Like Me's name knocked his name right out of my brain. Yes, exactly, what you think. Mhm. Yeah, that was so crazy. I didn't expect that one. The one that I just filmed with the iguana was not filmed that great, really wasn't. Yeah. I can't, um, remember the last time I went skating, but for me, when I was younger, skating made me so happy. I used to love to skate. I would skate in our driveway, and then we had a church behind us that, when it was closed, it had really smooth, they poured the cement so smooth that it was a great place to skate there too. And I, of course, wanted back in the day, and I never got them. My parents never got them for me, was the Rydell Classics. I love, like, they go out now and they have the skates that actually light up, and I'm like, "Oh, I wish I had those." But now I don't think I'm coordinated enough because it went for the from the quads, which that's what I learned on, to then we went to, the inline, that when I went back to the quads, it was like I was my body was just yeah, I was confused. It was hard. The balance was totally different. It felt like part of the skate was missing after doing inline skating. Yeah, there you go. Travel, you can post yep, it's true. That's true. Just like Aid was saying, show them the scenery, show them places maybe along the way that you enjoy, maybe stopping, uh, to eat, you know, or things even like shorts of things that you don't care for as a trucker. Like, of course, I'm a trucker and they have that going around right now. I only get, however many hours of sleep. Of course, I'm a trucker. I have people that cut me off and they're lucky to be alive. Whatever you would say as a trucker that is like other truckers would totally read into, but so would people. They love shorts like that too. That's like a whole fad right now that actually Diva's been trying to get me to do. And I started to do the video today. I really come to respect the importance of consistency. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. And also too, some people don't realize, and I didn't for the longest time, is the solid bell is the one where you will consistently see that person's stuff when it does come out. The other bells you won't. YouTube will not push them to you. Also, YouTube doesn't want us to pay to get people to watch our channels unless we're paying them. And I don't know if you guys have, come upon that where it has that promote button and you follow it through and they want like $200 for them to push your stuff out for just maybe 200 extra people to see your stuff. Crazy. Hey, Annie's Journeys. Welcome. We were just talking, we have a person who was asking, it was the off-grid trucker. Just he's trying to grow his channel and just any kind of input you might have for him. But yeah, it isn't personal usually, LP, because they just don't get the notifications. Oh my gosh. Can you say salmonella? Her channel took off, but unfortunately, she's in the hospital with bad case of salmonella. Ugh, Cece. Even my son is laughing. Like, that's just so crazy. You can be a memorable person. People can still forget you because most of it is followed. Tons of channel view. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. But also too, being in lives consistently with people, yeah, that helps too. Where min pies come from is all yeah. Who said that they're from there? I missed that part. Oh, Tennessee is where they come from? I didn't know that, Abe. Right. We had Galaxy Skateway. I think they changed it. Ours was called Galaxy. I did see that there is a skate place on the way to Hannah's work, but it's not in the usual way that we go. I should take her. We should go and just, try it. I wish I could. Yeah, I can't remember that skater's name. Right? She's trying to kill me, LP. She's trying to kill me. Yeah, Andy says that's right. That's moon pies. Since you're on the road, you can pull over and take pics of ducks swimming. Yep, it's true. And even tips for new truckers too. Like tips that you found that help you when you're on the road. Like maybe, here's 5 things you can do to get a better night's sleep when you stop at a truck stop. Things though people like those lists for some reason, those like 5 things or, the most important thing. Yep. We were thinking the same. Thank you. So, if he trucks down here to Florida, then he could show like all a place that has all our iguanas out there in the parking lot. You just throw them some food sometimes and they swarm. I've heard that a lot of people that were doing really well, their earnings have gone down because they want to be paid. YouTube wants to be paid by us now too, besides just wanting to be paid by, the people who are doing the commercials. They want us paying them to promote us so we can get paid from their AdSense. Hey, Angel, it's good to see you, hon. What did I miss that you said you give it a try? They come from Chattanooga. Oh, moon pies microwaved. I bet it's good. Because I've microwaved s'mores before when I couldn't like make them over a fire, and they still melt. The marshmallow centers. I know. I have so many sometimes too that I miss the ones that I really hang out with. That's why the lives for me, um, the consistent lives that I go to, and when my schedule flipped, finding that I could now go to Miss T's was great because I wasn't up that early before because I was such a night owl. Yeah, you'll have to do a review and say how it is compared to the non-microwaved one. Oh, it says it right on the package. Maybe I'd like them better that way. I bet I would because I'm not really a big fan of mince pies. Please don't hate me for saying that. I can't really have them anyway. I'm supposed to do gluten-free stuff. A lot of other YouTubers from overseas go live since time difference. Yeah. Yeah, if you can keep up with them, the Philippines, the people from the Philippines will support you, and they just know how to play YouTube well, and they support one another, and yeah, it's unbelievable. They're great to meet new friendlies, that's for sure, as as Andrew says. Oh. Mm. I'll let everyone else live stream. Yeah, I want to start making more content. And I was thinking, like, it sometimes is one or the other for some people. They just don't have time for both, or they don't, like you said, have a strong enough signal to do that. Oh, back to work. Oh, thank you for coming in then on your. Oh, I appreciate that so much more, Cece. And I'm so sorry about the delay with the wrench. Like, what the heck? I don't look next to like people's names who are consistently in here for the wrench sometimes. It was just so cute by the way that, David Corey reacted to Marine when he got one. So I wanted to do the same thing and see him just glow up. If I remember that skater, though, I'm going to say it tonight, CC, if you're around. I'll probably see something that he's in. It's usually shorts. And he gets featured in other shorts of people. Wow. Yeah. And that is hard. That's definitely hard. The pre-recorded edited content. The editing is what throws me. We might get some rain. It's really dark here right now. Is it sprinkling already? Is there any thunder? Little bit. Okay, because if the lightning starts, I'm gonna step down. Oh wow. Okay. My biggest thing is getting it in and out of that editing. I get into the editing, and when I'm watching myself so closely, I get really self-critical, or I get self-critical of my editing skills, and then it never makes it out. The other thing I've had is, like I said with earlier, you weren't here, I had a video I did on my Canon M50, and after it didn't pick up sound, and I never went and learned why, squirrel, like, I didn't fix that video because it had no sound. I've had that happen with other videos where, like, the microphone that I bought dies at the very end, and you miss my whole conclusion to the video. And that's where I'm at right now, actually, with the watermelon challenge. But I'm kind of glad because now I've had 2 mounds of watermelon seeds get eaten by the iguanas. I use Adobe Premiere Photoshop Elements. It's easy and lightweight. Oh, okay. I think actually A told me to download Adobe. I think I have. I do a lot of the editing on the phone. I just find it easier for me than my laptop, because the laptop, this is an iPhone, and then my laptop is also an Apple, but I grew up using, Windows. So I found trying to port the content into my laptop and do the video and then get it back out, it was just a whole nother headache because it was a big learning curve. Yeah, I don't know where I must have it separate. I'll have to look. I take a picture of that one. But yeah, I am not good at getting it to a finished place. I hope raw footage is the way to go with the future. I know shorts are. People's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter because of the clock. And I'm, there too. I sit there and I watch, like, when I didn't feel well and I didn't have the mental capacity to be interacting, and I was watching those compilations of the ticks. All right, I'm just going to keep that for later. But I hope so. Yeah, I don't like the thing is, Duncan, is I like editing it. I said this one time, I think Alleged was there, or it was Girl Dad, and I both agreed. I forget which one agreed with me. I think it was Girl Dad. Maybe it was Girl Dad. And I like editing, but I like it so much that I know I'm bad at it, that I'm not that good at it, and it bothers me. If I was better at editing, I think I would do it, and, I would get more content out, Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, it's okay. They let you actually have the software. Oh, you don't hear that anymore. Oh my gosh, you do 4K? What are you using? Yeah, that's it too, is I don't have the patience or time right now with Malachi either. I totally understand that, Miss Sharon. I barely have the time and patience to be able to shoot anything out, while I'm gardening. That's why I had to start doing lives, was he wasn't letting me even garden. He was pulling everything up going the other area of the garden while I'm over here and yanking stuff out of the ground or ripping it apart. Oh, no problem. No problem. Offer a trucker, no problem. You'll find people that are really willing to help. And then you'll find people that are really wrapped up in themselves. That's the only thing is, YouTube is loaded with a lot of narcissistic personality disorder, so you got to watch out for that. They'll usually talk about how much of an empath they are, and then you find out that no, that's just to pull in the empaths to manipulate. They're usually narcissistic personality disorder. I took radio and TV broadcasting my last 2 years of high school at a vocational school. Never liked the TV part. Always worked in radio. Now I'm on my TV, which is like it is like TV. You're right. It's visual. I'm very visual and always have been. That's the type of learner I am. Right. Okay. It's not just me. They do punish us. I think so too. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. I'm so glad you said that, Andy, because I was just saying that. I feel like, not just feel like, I went on today, went on this morning, checked to see if, the short had done any more because it was just climbing, climbing, climbing. It was up to 11,000. I go and check later today. It's back down to 9,000. And I'm like, what kind of math is that? How did I lose all that? Well, what happened? And it was different numbers in different places, like a different number here and a different number on my phone. And Maureen and I have witnessed that before too. Yes, you want to be able. Yeah, that's very true. You want to enjoy it. Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, it's not worth it. And I get in funk sometimes where I don't want to make stuff because I'm just not enjoying it because I've got just so much going on. And that's okay too. It's just, but if I want it to be a job, I have to treat it like a job. And right now I can't. That's why I don't have a job outside the home because I can't. He's over here giggling and having a good time though right now. Yeah, it's so true, right? I wish I did. All I did was drama. I took drama. And I did some like acting and I did down here like extra work. I got some little bit of acting. I got sick when I got the lead for a play. I was so upset because I think they were going to film it. And I got so ill and I never got to do it. I had to back out. I don't even remember what the project was now because I was probably 8th grade or 9th grade. I wanted one of them, and my daughter was the one who had me get the Canon M50. Oops. Huh. Did you have 3? Oh, okay. You have the S21 Ultra. Okay. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody about what it would be like if I have to switch. I'm wondering how that switches. I don't know what Swifty trucks are. What's a Swifty truck? I'll tell you what, seeing those truck crashes, that is just tragic. But I live in South Florida. I know how people can drive. I have had to know how to drive defensively for ever since I started. Oh, nice. It's a shame you can't go live. It'd be a great interview. I just didn't know what the Swifty truck was. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Trying to compete. They're always trying to compete with one another. All those platforms. Yep. My high school had a student station, but I decided there was going to be a better education at the book. Yeah. That's way cool. I would have loved that. If I was into radio equipment, that was what you have and still have over me, is understanding all that. Had hit, let me see. I'd hit a plateau and it stayed that way for a while and then started doing shorts and that. Yeah, isn't that weird? Well, that's like for a while they were saying do lives and shorts, and they're still, I think, on that kick. And that might be because of the other platforms, specifically that one, that the clock one. I say the clock one, that's also what my friend Maureen taught me from Sevenstead Homestead. She has now started removing time and views for people. Oh no. Oh no. And I was just told to make a playlist. Okay. That's good to know. That's good information right there. That'll help a lot of people, Andy. Thank you. They probably figured out how to program the AI to do it. That's for sure. Vitamin B that is in that with the caffeine is such a good combo for my body. I just can't drink them that often. But it's the only thing that seems to give me energy with the chronic fatigue and the fibro together. Yes, our school had its own station, but I didn't pursue it after high school. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, I have a couple extra phones around. I need to look at what they are. I think my mom, I thought we had a Samsung for her, but I cannot find it. Can only find her old Nokia. I can't find it. I would love to have the DJI. I wasn't just the Pocket, but I also liked their action camera. But the Pocket is really cool. Did they fix like the fisheye lens though with that? Because I know they were having issues with the little Pocket always showing up like a fisheye when you would video. Right. I know, Miss Sharon. Me too. Like it's after or you're midway through and you're like, oh, I should have videoed this. Like even today, just lifting that one bed, it lifted right. Our ground is so dry, it lifted right off the soil. It was pathetic. It was pathetic, but it was kind of cool. Like I could have filmed it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is kind of stupid. But then again, maybe they got word that it was on its way out. You hope that they don't know about the playlist, Girl Dad. Is that what you're saying? I'm gonna have to look it up. Is it the company Swifty? Because we don't have, I don't think we have that company here down here. I think it was up north when I was like at school in PA. My car hit passenger side door one. Oh, that's terrifying, Andrew. That is just so terrifying. Yeah, you look twice here. Even that one account, OMG, it's Wix. He does a lot of like the Florida videos. He's the flip phone guy, glad I got it on my flip phone. But it's compilations of videos of things seen in Florida. I think he was doing a video one time where it's like if you're in an intersection and you get the green light, before you go, you always double check here that they have actually stopped. Even if, you might get beeped at. You check because people run red lights so easily here, and that's how you get T-bone. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not waterproof though. Okay. Something that small should be. I remember getting my first cell phone, the little like red Nokia. And I was so happy. I finally had a cell phone like everybody else was getting cell phones. And plus I had, my young daughter and it just gave me a certain amount of like safety. I I wear overalls a lot. Even back then I did. I put it in this pocket, forgot it was in my front pocket, went to bathe my daughter and it went right in the water. I think it was maybe only a couple weeks old. Yeah, it has the gimbal. I actually have, oh, it's not back there now. I plugged it in over there. I got an inexpensive gimbal just to mess around with it. It's not that super cheap, but it was had good reviews, but it's not like, well-known name or anything. It's not a DJI. Yeah, I'm wondering like about switching from the iPhone back to, but the thing is I like my icons better. I have a harder time, it seems like um the Samsung was always just super how do you say it? Touchy. Like I would always open up the wrong one. Maybe with my fat fingers, I just need those bigger icons. Yeah, some of them do come off very fisheye. And I knew the smaller one was coming off that way when they first made that one from DJI. Oh, isn't he awesome? Like it's such a great idea. Yeah, okay, you were talking about that. Like you hope not. Yeah, me too, because I've got people that are like, "Oh, if you just put it together, I'll watch it." Yeah, his idea for his channel. Now you see people actually copying it. I've seen them on the clock channel copying it. Yeah, it's not going to be watertight. That's true. Hey, how'd a garden? How you doing, Glenn? Probably picking all your stuff, huh? Getting ready to shut it down. Android for life. I'm thinking about switching back. I will have to have like the old lady version icons so they're big enough that I don't accidentally hit the wrong one. My fat fingers. Oh my gosh. Oh, does it? Okay, so then that must be, isn't that what you're talking about, Andy? The DJ Osmo Pocket 3. He's saying the Pocket 3 too. 3 also. Oh, yeah, I remember that. The Razor phones. Oh gosh, I did that with my first iPod. It went in the wash. And I was using it at the time I was on the worship team at the church and I had just downloaded like almost all our songs, like catalog of songs for practicing. And I was so happy. Like I was so happy to have that to practice the songs with. Mm, yep, it disappeared and it ended up that it had gone through the wash. Cool. Oh my gosh, you sound like my dad, Glenn. My dad could do that. He was excellent with small engines and it started with TVs back in the day where they actually had the tubes in them. He used to fix TVs for people, and he was great with small engines and fixing his own lawnmower as craftsman. It's one of the reasons I looked for a craftsman when Theron hurt his back, and we had a snapper, but it wasn't a forward drive, and I couldn't push it because our grass in the front was so thick. Because he has to do that for work. Like our front lawn looks so plush. And yeah, I ended up finding a guy that was selling it. It was pristine. He barely used it. We still have it now. And it's great. Great lawnmower. Street from it. Oh, funny. They're always talking about different places that they know up there in Alaska that they're both familiar with. That's so funny. It's cool when you are able to do that. I had that with somebody else in Storms Live just Sunday. Somebody knew about Broward and was actually down there in Broward. We were talking about different places down there. bigger. It does so much better than my Pocket 2 did. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like with the iPhones that I noticed is um, when I had the iPhone 7, I got it because of the night vision photography. And as soon as the iPhone 8 or whatever, X, whatever it was, there was one that came out that was like a big launch. And all of a sudden, I don't have night vision photos anymore. My phone wouldn't do it. Very frustrating. Android rules. Oh my. Oh, okay. So it's an amazing place to eat, GT. I wish I could eat wherever I wanted. Yep. 1 inch sensor shoots up to. Oh, but yeah. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. That's quite the hit. I would have to sell probably my M50, which actually would I don't really. I feel bad because my mom helped me get it. I feel bad selling it, but it's going to be obsolete soon, and I have barely used it. I have a lot of guilt concerning that. Oh, hey, Nancy, our treasured home. Welcome in. I have a craftsman at the deck. Oh, oh, cool. I'm sorry it rusted out though. Thankfully, we haven't had that issue on the Samsung flagship. Really? Well, I mean, the iPhones are Sony, and Sony cameras are amazing. But I have not used the Samsung flagship one. But yeah, Samsung has some pretty amazing cameras too. Yeah, our Golden Corral here, when I ate there, it was like everything looked amazing, but the flavor was so bland. I would have to bring my slap your mama seasoning with me or something. It just, but I can't even eat that stuff anymore. I have the Action 3 one. 3 as well, and it does great pudding. Now, do you do photography other than because you mentioned that you had experience already other than like YouTube? Were you doing photography prior to and editing? True, that is true. It can definitely, and you have a lot more sand up there as it goes further up in the state. You guys definitely have a lot more sand and the salt as you're closer to the ocean. Yes, you can get that too. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Well, because I want to thank you for hanging out with me, but it is almost been on for 2 hours and it is almost dinner time, and I've got to get things cleaned up and set up. So tonight I have everything set up in the other room for the live at 11:30. I'm hoping Maureen will be healthy enough. I know she lost her voice kind of too to this thing. So yeah, I'm hoping she'll be able to join me tonight. Thank you, everybody in the side chat. Thank you for those of you who will watch the replay. Appreciate you so much too, because yes, the replay crew does matter. And thank you, yeah, for those of you who have already hit the like, and if you haven't, could you please do so? And thanks also for the conversations today, guys. It was great, and the input from everybody. And Andy, thanks for coming in at the end and giving us some input and also confirming what I was noticing too about them kind of punishing channels if you didn't play their game like they wanted you to. So I'll hopefully see some of you guys later tonight. Oh, okay. I've been since the film days as well as. Oh, cool. Okay. See, I went for fine arts, but I only did one photography class, and it was the film days where we developed in the dark room and everything. And I thought it was really cool, but I couldn't remember all the stuff they were trying to teach me. Oh, thank you, Storms. Yeah, much love, guys, and hopefully I'll see you tonight. If you can make it, it would be great. And if not, do me a favor and, watch the hashtag replay. But of course, don't watch it in a playlist because now the AI must know about that. Oh, thanks, LP. All right, guys, I will see you hopefully tonight. Have a blessed weekend if I don't, because my friendship with you is not based on this, just so you know. It's not based on the views that you give me. Um, yeah, and I hope it never turns that way. I hope I never turn into one of that, where my personality warps and it's a business and, talk to people like garbage. But anyway, have a good one. Thanks so much again. Bye.